I'm trying something a bit different today. So you might have seen Bible journaling. I am not really a Bible girly, and this is perfect for those of you who aren't, or who don't want to ruin one, or don't want to decorate one rather. So I have this book, The Comfort Book by Matt Haig. I love it. I find the little short passages of text, there's like little stories and little quotes, I find them really comforting, funnily enough. So I thought this would be the perfect book to use in place of a Bible. So from what I understand, the general premise of Bible journaling, is to sort of pick a passage that stands out to you and embellish it or decorate it, or, you know, spend some time reading it or thinking about that sort of thing. And I thought that that would be perfect for me with this book. So I have a copy that I'm keeping nice and pristine, and then I bought this one, which is second hand. Unfortunately, it is a bit messed up in places, so it has, when it arrived, I noticed a few of the pages have been like underlined, things like that. Oh, sorry, mine over, been underlined and stuff. So if I want to use those passages of text, maybe I will retype those bits or write it out or something, make it work somehow, but it will be a fun creative challenge for us. If you haven't been here before, hello, welcome. I make crafty videos, all sorts of things, and today, like I said, we're going to be doing a sort of take on Bible journaling, I guess. And so I thought I would just use some of my favourite things. I've got this little pouch of bits that I've been sent, bits that I've taken off Happy Mails, bits that I've kept, just things that I love are in here. So I thought we'd use those. It's also a fun twist on scrap therapy, which I love. That was started by Suze Fish. I believe it was started by her. She definitely does some gorgeous pages for that sort of thing. And I am going to do something with the cover. I much prefer this cover to this one, but I want it, I don't know, sort of kept nice somehow. I'm thinking maybe I'll cover it in some kind of film, or I don't know. I'd quite like to keep this somehow. But for today, I'm just gonna give a go decorating one of the pages, because I've not done this before. I thought it sounded like a good idea, but that doesn't mean I've tried it yet. So I love this one, this little piece of text. I absolutely love. Do you know what? I think actually for the first one, I'm going to go for this one. So this says, a little plan, be curious, go outside, get to bed on time, hydrate, breathe from the diaphragm, eat happy, get a routine baggy enough to live in, be kind, accept that not everyone will like you, appreciate those who do, don't be defined, allow, I won't read that because I don't know if it will mess with my algorithm, want what you already have, learn to say no to things that get in the way of life, and to say yes to the things that help you live. I love that little piece of text for today. So I don't really know where to start. I might find a clip or something actually to hold this open, because that's gonna drive me mad. Tell you what, got a rubber band. Wonder if that will hold this side out of my way. Oh no, that really messes with the pages. Oops. Oh gosh, what is going on with that band? It's like disintegrated all over me. Bear with, let me fix that and I'll come back. Sorry about that, I'm back. I don't know what happened. At some point I will put you on double speed and I will do some kind of voiceover for you. But I think I just need to work out what I want to put on this page. I think some kind of stamping for a background or texture paste or something of that nature might be good. I have got these flakes which I never use. I'm thinking some of those just randomly on there might be cute. Let's have a look at what we've got in this little bag of goodies. I hope you are enjoying this more chatty style of video. I thought it would be a fun thing to do while I'm just sort of chatting to you and playing with pretty papers. So I'm going through the bits from that pouch. I think about using one of those girls. I change my mind. I see the little, what are they called? Fraps? Frappe? Frap, I think. the little cups, the little pink drinks, and I decided that I want one of those, so I'm going to fussy cut that out. Going through a bunch of my papers. These are mostly Sue's Fish printables. She had a little shop on Etsy a while back, and she had a Patreon as well, which I was a part of. So I've got a bunch of beautiful things designed by her, all in her really pretty colourways as well. That pretty Sue's blue and pink. This is how I store them, so I've got those little boxes. I use a little pink one for my Sue's goodies. I don't know why, but those shoes stood out to me. Something about, I don't know, maybe, you know, walking a mile in someone's shoes, or putting your shoes on is the first thing you do before you get started on your little plan. I don't know, something like that. They really stood out to me, so I grabbed those out. Then I really loved the flowers, so I get a bunch of those, all the different little pink ones, and then pulling out some more yellow to match the shoes down there. I like that little word sentiment as well. I think it says, oh, it's disappeared. I will come back to it. I definitely add it onto the page, so I'll come back and tell you what it says when it pops back on. So I've got this pink piece, and I use my tear guide on that. I love this tear guide. I'm sure you've seen me use it a bunch of times. It is the We Are Memory Keepers one. This little paper clip, well, image of a paper clip. I love this little piece. I think it's from a Happy Mail, but I didn't want the whole thing, so I cut off the months of the year. Again, I thought if you're making a plan, you need the calendar, don't you? The months of the year. So I pop that on there with the pink paper. For this project, I'm trying not to think about anything too much. It literally is just what I think is pretty and works together, and it goes down on the page. That is my plan for this one. I love this cloud paper, it's beautiful. I'm not sure if it stays there or if I move it, but the flowers will go down in a sort of very Sue's fashion actually, like a little sprinkling of pink flowers. Adding them on with Nuvo glue. I really like the Nuvo glue actually. I was pleasantly surprised when Chloe sent me some of that to try, and it turned out to be really good. Tucking that behind the shoes. I think it maybe needs a bit more blue, and in the end I do end up putting that blue on there. So the word says, or the phrase rather, says keep on sweetness, and I thought that was just perfect. Make a plan and just keep going. However slowly, however small the steps are, whatever, just try to keep going. So I'm adding a little flower to the edge and that little printed paper clip. Keeping this as flat as I can, because obviously it is in the book, so I don't want really chunky layers that mess with the pages too much. This is how I add that blue. I cut it in half and then tuck one piece at the top right and the one at the bottom left. Trying out a few other things, but I go back to that blue square. There we go. Does anyone else take things off the page and then forget where they placed them? You'll see when I put this one on in the bottom left. I'm sure I move it from where I had it originally, but it looks fine. Then I just go for it with the gold flakes. So I put down some glue, pop the gold flakes on top, all just wherever, just little bits of the gold. And then you'll see me read the instructions on the bottom of the tub, which, with hindsight, I definitely should have read before I just went ahead gluing all of my bits down. You are supposed to wait until the glue is tacky. I think that's what it says. Anyway, I made this a few days ago, and obviously I didn't. I put it down on wet glue, but it seems to have stayed fine. And this is just a project for fun in this little book, so I'm not too worried if it comes off eventually. There you go, adding on those few final bits of gold. there I am, reading the instructions, which I definitely should have done earlier. But yeah, I just wait for that to dry, and then I brush off the little extra bits that aren't glued down, and that worked out just fine. I hope you have enjoyed making this page with me, and you will be back next time to see me decorate another one of these pretty quotes. I'll see you then. Bye!